Also, took some notes of the layout on these, what I'm calling side stacks, pancake stacks. And I took out all the wiring off this one because I need that on a different car. And so I wrote down where it all sit so that hopefully I can use the two sets of wires, the 16 pin connector and a 12 pin connector, and hook them to a center stack instead of two side stacks, but that's for another video. Anyway, back to work. So normally you're gonna have a rear stack at the very bottom, and so you may not be able to duplicate exactly what I'm doing, but I took the safety service plug, and I'm using it. I hooked it to the positive, the number one positive, if you want to call it that, and then I'll work my way back, and eventually this will be a way that I can completely remove this battery from the equation. The wires, of course, will remain, but it won't be doing anything. And so if I want to charge the original battery up and let it run through the procedure a couple times, or quick charge it and not charge these, or whatever I want to do, it leaves me the option to do that. Of course, this car is not getting a BMS, at least not in this configuration, because I'm going to wind up making 4 side stacks basically and stacking them upon each other for now. In the future I may lay them the other way, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm building the other side stacks now with my spare parts. I got the second stack in there. I've hooked my main positive from my battery to the bottom side of this guy right here, and then the other side that comes off is going to my positive. That's my number one positive. And it's time to hook the two together, which I'm not even sure if I'm going to actually activate them, but I want to make the pieces so that when I am ready, that it go right in. And so this is just a piece off the car's battery, and I'm pretty sure that this right here it's got to connect to this top one right there. So pretty sure I can make this work and save one of the wires, maybe for another project. So we're making steady progress. Time for the next stack. As I've been configuring my stacks, I noticed that some of them can have these bars, because these actually came out of a rear stack, and apparently that's how it attaches. Well, the pancakes don't need those, the side stacks, so I have to remove that piece from some of these batteries modules. It is surprisingly easy. So what I've been doing is just taking a screwdriver and prying it here in the corner, trying not to be too mean to it. Oh, almost had it right there. I finally get it out, and you just kind of wiggle it, and this little pin thing will come out. And I recommend you wear gloves at all times. Actually, I recommend you don't do anything I'm showing in this video. However, you do so at your own risk, of course. And I wish you the best of luck. So, get that out. And that stuff comes out, I mean, remarkably easy. And then it's got these little baby, I guess you want to call them, rivets. Anyway, I just wanted to show the technique, how I'm making it work out. So there you go. And of course I take these super stout pieces and put them back in. Well, we've got 3 of the side stacks stacked up, and we're getting ready to set the last one in. And then we're going to strap it down and wire it up and see what happens. All right, well, we got the whole stack in there, and I measured it. It's about 20 inches tall. I almost think it could be oriented the other way with all the electrical connections up and it would maybe be a little less intrusive. You'd have a little more room in the back, but I don't have a hoist to rotate the whole show as a unit, and it's good enough for now, for sure. This is just a test anyway. This is going to be coming out. It's just to verify this can work. Again, I do not recommend that you try anything like this. Don't do it. We go back now, huh? Had your little trip for the day. Now Terry's going back home. Get ready to make the crossing here. So we've gotten to the moment of truth. These guys I reused from the pack and taped them up double time. Should probably do a little bit better. I tried to put a little bit of tape around it, a little extra tape around the edge, so that's not really loose. It's just kind of bonus just to kind of cover up that a little better. But I measured the voltage, and it's in the 380s. So now's the moment of truth. All right, I don't think it blew up. So far so good. Let's get in and see if she's gonna roll. So here's the real moment of truth. And other than a low tire, it's green, it's ready to go. It is moving itself. It appears to be fine, so now I'm gonna charge it. Plugged her in, she's charging such as normal. So she's pulling in 1300-ish watts, 1500 watts. So again, both batteries are pretty full to start. So I'm gonna let it sit here for a minute just to make sure they're close, and then I'll probably take it on a test drive and see how many miles I can now get. Hopefully at least 20 more, and maybe 25. She's still charging, about 500 watts, no, 300 watts-ish. The main battery on the car is definitely just about full. But as long as it keeps pulling, I'm gonna let it go until it stops on its own. This is the finished look. This is another one of those. This is like a heavy duty fatigue mat. And there's the cutoff for the second battery. And today's so nice and sunny, I'm actually charging off of solar. So that's awesome. That's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. I'll report back with the miles that I can get per charge now. Thanks for watching. So after my test, I got about 35 miles for half the battery. So I'm estimating a range of about 65 miles at about 60 miles an hour. So that could be made into 70 if you did 70 miles on one full charge, if you held it to 55, and I'm sure I'll be testing that before too long. So there you go, that's the results. It added about 20 miles. It doesn't sound like much, but it's now I can make my furthest trip on one single charge. So you guys take care. Bye.